Okay, hey, Tommy Sandvik here with the Bull and Barrett Traders, and I had a question of what our marketing plan is. Um, you could keep this information under wraps, I suppose, but I think it's important for those that may want to know what our sort of concepts are in my head as I currently state this, and I'm a little bit tired, so forgive the lack of enthusiasm. I'm usually jumping up and down because marketing is it's really what excites me. It's what I'm passionate about, and it's a perfect blend of IT background and being able to create things, which is what I really like, and I heavily lead towards video. Um, I should actually. Okay, so the question was, what's the marketing plan? So here's what we've got. I'm big on phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, because that way I'm able to keep my steps in order and know what needs to be done now, what can be done polished later, and what then is the next step where you start to get into the big stuff. And it makes sense from a revenue standpoint too. We're obviously not going to come out of the gate spending thousands of dollars on advertising when it's just not honestly necessary anyway. But that wouldn't make much sense until we have the core of everything really set in place. So here's phase 1, the way that I look at it. I've had discussions with Kevin, so I feel pretty confident speaking for his thought patterns as well. So in phase 1 of the marketing, our goal is to make sure that the people who find us are compelled to stay with us. We want to establish rapport and create retention and just make sure we have a smooth process before we expand. And I mentioned this maybe a little bit on the Q&A call with Kevin, but what we're basically doing is creating what's commonly referred to as a lead magnet in the marketing industry, which is something that we're giving to people for free, something of high value. This isn't just some stupid little 2-page ebook that we're doing or a 5-minute video. This is going to be significant. And this 90-day plan that we're going to be giving, it's going to be effectively what's going to happen is if you come into the Facebook group, say someone new comes into Facebook group, they're going to be directed towards the place where they can enter their email and get the 90-day plan. And if they surf into us through like YouTube and they give us their email, they go to our website, for instance, it'll pop up, hey, get your 90-day success plan. It'll pop up right on the website. And if they happen to go around that and end up on a different link, all roads are going to sort of point to, unless they're ready to buy right now, the alternative is get the 90-day plan. It's completely free. And so what the 90-day plan is going to do, I have it written out here on I can't see what the camera sees right now, but got my whiteboard, okay? So the 90-day plan, basically what we're going to do is teach trading setup in terms of all the technicalities that people come in and don't understand. So, what a broker is, how to execute a trade on a broker, like literally difference between call and put and time frames and expiries. And then a little bit of just background information about binary options, because some people may just have absolutely no idea really what it is that they're doing at a high level. And probably have some MT4 set up as well. Some videos, common videos around MT4, setting up alerts, understanding charts, how to install indicators, so on and so forth. That'll be part 1. Then part 2 will be the signal explanation. So basically, the signal part of it is we're going to teach them, okay, you can get free signals. And here's how you can do it. Go into our Facebook group, which, of course, if they're already in the Facebook group, then that point is mute. But the point is moot. But the point is that they will go into the Facebook group, and they're being taught within this 90-day plan materials, they're being taught how to take the signals and what they mean. So they're being taught when you see put AJ, EXP, colon 30, 192.687, they know what that means. So we're giving them that information, which is a big piece of information that people haven't, some people coming in don't know, and it can be hard in the midst of everybody trading or the signal callers trading. They don't want to explain it. So we're going to have a resource for that. It's all going to be in one spot. And so we're going to cover how to take signals. Third, the money management. We're going to really, really focus heavily on the money management using Jimmy's videos and files that he has done, and that will help, to put them on the path of success. We're going to talk about trading psychology, the need to walk away if you're psychologically compromised, if you're under other stress that would make you take an emotional trade where you just get frustrated and take it. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to get down into the, get started, open a broker account, start demoing. And, the idea is for them to, sorry, I'm tired. The idea is for them to be able to start and, in 90 days, be profitable. We can't put a specific number on it. All we can do is give them the tools and say, look, if you start with 250 and you follow this money management plan and you follow this plan for when you lose, you're going to be profitable, and you can figure that out based on the tools we gave you. Then we're not telling anybody what they can expect. And the whole idea here then, obviously we have a business to run, yes. So the idea is that we give them all the proper tools, everything they need to get started, and we put them on the path. And the train, we put them on the tracks, and the train leaves the station, and then when it makes sense for them, they sign up, for the service. We're at this point going to have a couple free signals per day still in the free group, so they'll be able to see that. So this is going to be a really big part of what we're doing. And what we intend to do is some of the videos will be publicly available, like, for instance, broker execution, binary background, all that stuff. But, there'll be some that are not public. So you'll get, the core concept in a private video, but then the tutorial videos will be on YouTube publicly because those work really well to attract organic traffic. So how to take a binary option signal, how to set up a broker account, those videos, anything tutorial based, will be public. The concepts, however, will be private. And then, so that's a big part of what we're doing right now in developing. So, we're trying to have people know and trust us and overcome the skepticism. There's 3 forms. I can never remember the third, but skepticism in themselves, skepticism in me, skepticism in the company, actually. So me kind of is the company in a way, but nonetheless, that's what we're trying to do. Now, in addition to this whole thing, this is really a big thing in and of itself, and it's really the priority right now. But then it's word of mouth to start. Establishing a content plan centered around keyword research. So I have some research being done on keywords we can use for a topic, and then we can do a video according to that keyword research, so it's keyword targeted. The other thing, hold on one sec, because my headset is beeping at me. If I could find the record button, that'd be good. Okay, well, there. Okay, so as I was saying, and I don't know what happened to my control pod for my recording, so I really have no idea what's going on. But as long as I have the capability to stop, I guess I'm in good shape. Okay, so where were we? Yes, all right. So we're going to establish a content plan around the keyword research, which will help with just sort of organic. But again, that's more long term. But the key is that even with the content plan, the call to action is always going to be share the content and opt in for our 90-day plan to success. Okay, so that's all roads are going to lead back to that. Then we're going to, once this is all in place, I'm going to do something similar that I did in DS Domination, which was like a 3-part video series concept. Well done, a little bit more on the professional level in terms of just making sure the background was right, I had my hair done, whatever. And this is why I posted in the group and said, hey, what 3 things do you look at when you are considering joining a Binary Options Forex Club? And I'm going to make 3 videos. Right now I had down, number 1, that they're traders first, not marketers. Number 2, the signals are work with your schedule. And number 3, do they provide education and support? I feel like at the end of the day, those are really the core things that people are most worried about, even more so than even price. And that was echoed actually in the responses that I got from the group. So I'm going to do something along that line, which will be, I'll pay to have those really boosted up on YouTube and bring some organic traffic. And then testimonial videos, I have to rely on the membership for that, but we definitely need to get some of those done. Those will go on YouTube. Those will be on the website. And then just, establishing the social media presence. Right now we don't actually have a Facebook page. There's a reason for that. We're being very careful about something to make sure that our ads will be doable once we get to that point. So Facebook is coming, but yeah, just making sure that all the content we put out is getting out there on Facebook and Twitter, and that we're making sure that we're hopefully creating discussion around some of it as well. That's all phase 1 in my mind. Okay, phase 2 is go find the people who want to be found. So those are going to be the people who, we can use the content that we created and maybe just boost a post on Facebook. And we should be able to get some interested people just by repeatedly exposing them to the company, to the results, and to the company philosophies. What comes to mind is going after people that maybe were in DS Domination Options, which, for lack of a better term, was largely a flop, to be honest. At least that's how I view it. So kind of going towards the low-hanging fruit. And that will be sort of the second stage. And then the third stage will be full-on marketing funnels, where we'll set up a marketing funnel. We'll have what's called a tripwire, which is different from a lead magnet in that you actually charge for it. So we'll put something together at like a $7 price point, which serves a purpose only to establish a buyer and offset our marketing costs, and go through that process. And that's really where bigger things start to open up. Other source, that's really where the company can get even bigger once we're in that phase. So those are the things that I look at right now. I had one other thing on my mind about phase 3, and I can't remember what it was at the moment. But phase 3 is quite a while down the road. One other thing actually that we're going to do is going to be pretty cool, kind of tied in with the 90-day plan. We're going to be doing some videos with Kevin through a technique I learned from James Wedmore, 48-Hour Film School, where you can create a story video and then kind of take people through a funnel process. That will be, we'll be working on that as well. When, I don't know. I'm hoping for like spring-ish, maybe May or something. But anyway, that's definitely in the back of my mind, something I've always wanted to be able to execute. So we'll be doing some really fun things with that will look really professional. And we'll have like a little marketing video, like probably an explainer video, like an animated one, to just go over the basics. If someone just wants a 2-minute rundown of the company, what do we offer, blah blah blah. We'll have that available as well, of course. But these are the high level plans. So all of that just off of one question. So hopefully that answers your question on kind of what our overall marketing strategy is. And the one thing I will say is that my goal, unless we have to, is not to be marketing guys. I don't want to I don't want to be all marketing speak. I want to be real with people and show people real results and be honest with people. And Kevin wants the same. And so that is the way that we're approaching the market and providing value, 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 and the rest will come. Really taking almost a posture of we want to help you, but since we're traders first, we have our own income streams without, you buying a membership. So that's how I view it, is to say, if we're not out there trying to convince everybody, if we're not out there twisting people's arms, I'm not interested in twisting people's arms. Either it makes sense or it doesn't. We can show you how it can make sense, but if it still doesn't, maybe if it's not for you, that's okay. There's a gazillion other business models out there. So that's kind of the approach I'm taking with the marketing and what kind of the tone that I anticipate taking in the future. Okay, thanks.